I have two Liitokalas Li 500. Actually, I'm using both of them right now. I want to address, after long-term usage, are they still adequate to be used for testing batteries, especially if you have a lot of them like me. The great thing about Liitokala Li 500 is that you can purchase it on Aliexpress for around 22 euros, shipping and taxes included, at least for my country, which is insanely cheap, considering that this battery charger can charge and test a huge variety of batteries. And also the great thing about it is that it can charge, discharge, test capacity, and all the usual things. Also the great thing about it is that it shows internal resistance of the battery, which is not quite accurate, but you can use it for to get an idea in what range of internal resistance is battery. But this is trial and error, especially if you're salvaging batteries like me. When you place the battery which has not been used for prolonged periods of time, the internal resistance at first will be a lot higher than after you cycle the battery for a few times. So that is a trial and error, you will learn over time. So the main thing about this charger which I want to address, I was speaking about positive sides about it, and I will now go into a negative side. The build quality is quite cheap. There are a lot of plastic sounds when the charger is heating, and it heats a lot, especially with these 8650 cells. They are quite tightly packed inside, and I'm gonna show you right now with these batteries. They are quite tightly packed one to each other, and when you charge them and especially discharge them, the heat is quite big. And in the long run, there are a lot of plastic crackling sounds coming from the charger, which can be scary sometimes, especially if you have a lot of them and you fear to get batteries on fire. It can be scary from that aspect. Hopefully, up until now, and I tested around 1,000 of these lithium-ion batteries, and I didn't have any of problem. But hey, you need to take care. The problem which I had with this unit, which was brand new, is that the cable was super stiff, and still it is. So I needed to fix this connector with this adapter from AliExpress. So I needed to cut the old one. There was a short circuit in it, and the plastic started melting here. I managed to fix that. Other than that, the unit itself is working as it should. The great thing about these Liitokala's Li 500 is that they are relatively consistent with each other with capacity testing. So it is in like 5% deviation, which is not that bad. I'm saying that because I have also this one, which was quite a promising at some point, but this is the worst one, and I will cover it in one review. But deviation of capacity from these to these is like 300 milliampere hours, which is insane and not accurate at all. These are measuring capacity that is a lot higher, and even on the same 500 milliamperes on the same discharge rate, the capacity measured is a lot higher on a Liitokala 500S than on these. These are at least consistent with each other, and I bought these two Liitokala's Li 500 like 1 year difference, and I see the screen difference and some minor things, but everything is basically the same. For those I didn't mention, but you probably know, you have 3 modes: a charge mode which will charge the battery to full on desired power. We have 300 milliamperes, 500s, 700s, and 1000. Fast test will basically start discharging battery immediately, and after it's done it will start charging it, and that charge will be recorded as capacity, which is quite inaccurate. You want to use a third option, which is a NOR test. It will charge the battery to the full, and after that I want to note that when you choose the NOR test and choose the current of 1000 milliampere hours, important to note is that when you choose in the NOR test a current of 1000 milliamperes, discharge current will be 0.5 or 500 milliamperes, and that is important to know so you don't get confused by that. So basically the battery gonna get charged to the full, and after some resting time it will start discharging the battery. That discharge will be the recorded capacity of that battery. After the discharge is finished, the battery will start to charge to the full, and after that the full test gonna be completed. It is important to note that charging capacity won't be recorded like it is on Liitokala Li500S, where you have both discharging and charging measured and recorded, and you are able to see that. Overall, these units prove to be quite reliable, at least in my use case scenario, and I'm literally not sure how they even work, because I did test a lot of batteries in them, and they quite overheat. You can feel that when you touch them. The temperature is relatively high because the batteries are close to each other, and electronics is relatively badly positioned, and it is transferring a heat too much on the batteries. It is not the problem with batteries, it is actually the charger design is not ideal. So does this unit have my recommendation? If you are planning to just charge your batteries, do occasional tests, you don't have a lot of batteries to do that, it is my recommendation. There is nothing to worry about. If you're like me and have a lot of batteries, sadly I won't recommend them. If I did know this, I would never buy them. I would buy different models. I would speak about them in my different videos. You can probably check the playlist down below when I finish everything. So if you're planning to do a lot of tests, I would recommend you to get a different kind of charger. That will be a lot better for you on the long run. So regarding that, it is quite a simple to make a choice after watching this video, which is the main idea why I'm making it. I hope you enjoyed watching. Consider subscribing, and until next time, see ya.